What's up, guys? Today I'm bringing you a new gameplay slash trailer breakdown. And today it's going to be on a game that is not as popular as Black Ops 3 or Fallout 4, but it is going to be on a game that I am personally really excited for. And I think a game that not a lot of people know about, but if they did, they would be really excited for, because it was a game that was shown off at E3. But because of a lot of other games that were shown, it could have been overshadowed and kind of flown under the radar. So I'm going to show you guys the trailer for Horizon Zero Dawn really quick. And when we come back, I'm going to break it down for you, and hopefully you guys enjoy it.
We know we weren't the first ones here. Our stories speak of the ones that came before. The old ones. The world of the old ones was so different than ours. They had built incredible cities, with towers that reached the stars. But a darkness came, and their cities turned to graves. And without them, the land started to change. Their great cities faded away. And in their place came new life. Over time, one by one, the tribes came to these lands. Some small and humble, some powerful as kings. They say my tribe was the first to hunt, the first to raise our bows. For this world was never ours. We've always shared it. A dangerous balance between man and machine. There's the herd. Finally. Damn it. A watcher. Better stay out of sight. Go away. No, you don't. Sorry, little one. I couldn't let you call for help. Perfect day for a hunt. This is going to be harder than I thought. Okay, those canisters should be full by now. Just a couple more. Oh, come on! Yes! Here we go! Oh, someone's angry! The stories don't tell where the old ones went. They don't tell us why the machines rule these lands. But they warn us that this balance cannot last. The storm is coming.
Alright guys, so that was the official Horizon Zero Dawn trailer slash gameplay that was shown at E3, and so the first thing I really noticed about this game was just how graphically beautiful it really is. At first when the new consoles came out, like, they had good graphics, but now it seems like developing teams are really realizing how much power they have, and they're really, like, using these new consoles and pushing out some really good content with really good graphics. But basically, the beginning of the trailer is basically just talking about how there used to be obviously humans on the world, and we used to have these gigantic, big, vast cities, and humanity used to really rule the world, and humans just kind of disappeared, and no one really knows why. And they have all these, like, really detailed, beautiful, really cave art that's depicting and showing what the world used to look like. And then it starts to transfer back into how now these people are starting to rebuild, and it shows what these gigantic, vast cities used to look like, and how all this technology and stuff, and these huge buildings and skyscrapers. And then it shows how all of that just kind of disappeared. And then in the next part of the trailer, it starts to show how after humans really just pretty much disappeared, it starts to show how Mother Nature is starting to take back the land, basically. Like, it's taking these cities and basically concrete, and it's starting to regrow, and it's showing this overgrowth coming back, and it starts to show how really, like, how shitty humans were. Like, we're kind of assholes to Mother Nature. And then it starts to show how even after these gigantic cities are gone, people are still living, and we're still hunting. As you guys can see here, there's some salmon in the river. And this is where I really realized, wow, this game is extremely pretty. And the graphics are just amazing. I'm not sure if this is going to be like an open world game, but based off what I've seen, if it is an open world game, I'm pretty astonished already, because this is all in-game captured, and it's pretty fucking gorgeous. And then we're gonna start getting back into how humanity is starting to come back, and we started out with these tribes, and we have, like, small tribes, and then we have big tribes who have these gigantic, like, castle-like homes, pretty much. And it's just basically showing how humanity's kind of starting to come back, and we're really rebuilding. And it's just, this game is so pretty, and that was probably, like, the first thing that caught my eye about this game. But it was just really, really pretty. And then it starts to talk about who you are, and how your tribe was basically, like, the first tribe to, like, come back. And it starts to show you guys some of the weaponry that you get to use in this game, like the bow. And I really like how the bow is, like, made out of, like, recycled metal and, like, old stuff. And now we start to get into the point of the game where we kind of start understanding what's going on. And you see these machines running around, and it's basically like machines kind of took over the world after humans left. And you get to see some more shots of the bow that's, like, recycled metal and machine parts, and you guys get to see these gigantic machine creatures. And into the next part of the trailer is where you're kind of, I guess you're going out on a hunt or a scavenging mission or something, and this, I guess it's like a seeker or some type of watchman thing, but I'm not really sure. It kind of detects you, and you have to run up and kill it. And this is what surprised me, was your character obviously is a girl, and to me she looks like she's particularly young. And she runs up, and after this thing really notices her, she runs up and she kills it, obviously. But she seems kind of calming, like she wants to calm it. She's like telling it to like shh, be quiet, and that she didn't want to do it, and she calls it like a youngling or a younging or something. And basically she has feelings for the machine, and she didn't want to kill it, but obviously she couldn't get caught. So that's something that kind of caught my surprise, was this, like, obviously she's on the younger side, it looks like to me. And she didn't really want to hurt this machine, and I'm not sure, she probably doesn't feel bad for it, but she showed emotion for it. And it's called a watcher, and if you guys saw at the bottom there, it gave you the option to search it. So I'm assuming this game is going to be an open world game, because you have the option to like search things and loot things. That doesn't mean it's really an open world game, but most open world games have that. And then into the next part of the trailer, you're going to see these huge, gigantic machine T-Rex looking things that don't have arms, and I'm assuming these things are going to be like watchers. Not obviously the last thing we just killed was a watcher, but these things are going to be like protectors. And you're going out on this hunting mission, and there's all these little machines out in the field. And into this next part, we shoot like these green canisters off of the back of whatever these things are, and I'm assuming we need them for something, because there's obviously no other reason why we'd be going out to get them. And these machines, they look like deer. Like, they really look like deer. They have these antlers on top of their head, and into the next couple of shots, you'll see them running, and even when they run, they look like deer when they run. And obviously we need this green container that are on their backs. We need that for something. Obviously, I'm not sure what, but we need it for something. And then obviously when you poke at the hornet's nest, you're going to get the bees, or the hornets technically. And then the protector comes back, and he lets out this pretty terrifying yell. And this is where really the combat starts to take over. And you turn around and you run, because obviously this thing is fucking terrifying. And just something that I wanted to talk about right here, which is something that could be looked over, is this girl hops up over this rock, and it gets destroyed. So I'm not sure, maybe this world's going to be like a destructible environment, and stuff can kind of be destroyed or broken down. I'm not sure, maybe. And then we're going to get into the combat wheel, which is basically where you get to see all the different types of arrows you have, and you slide down under this gigantic thing and hit it in a weak spot. And then in the next shot, it's going to be later on in the fight, and you're going to have a you're going to go down into your combat wheel, and you're going to pull out an explosive arrow, and you're going to shoot. I'm not sure what this is. It looks like a rocket thing, but you're going to shoot it off of this thing's back, and you can actually go pick it up and use it against it. And something that I thought was really cool was, while you're shooting this thing with its own weapon, you can see its armor start to fly off and fall apart and shatter, and you can really see it getting weaker. And then it's just, the combat for this game seems like so much fun. I'm not sure if this bow is going to be the only thing you really get to use, but it seems really badass. And you get all these like different types of arrows that you have in your like combat wheel, where you can use like electric arrows, explosive arrows, and you get you get the tail whip. You get tail whip, something serious there. And then you get back into your combat wheel, and you switch to this like harpoon looking thing that you shoot it, and then you place it into the ground, and it keeps this gigantic machine stuck in place. And he really can't move. He's stuck. And obviously that's a huge advantage, and it takes like 4 or 5 of these lines just to keep this thing held down. And this game just seems like so much fun, and I really feel like it kind of got overshadowed at E3, because I haven't really heard that many people talking about it. And then he's going to fall down to the ground, and then in the next shot, you go into this like focus mode with an explosive arrow, and you kind of shoot him in like a weak spot, and that pretty much is almost like the final blow for him, and he falls down, and he obviously, like, he's pretty much done. And then you come in for the killing blow, and you hit him, like, I guess that's technically like his heart. But obviously the combat for this game seems really fun. It's a lot based off your bow and using your combat wheel to select different arrows, whether it's an explosive arrow, a shock arrow, or the harpoon type thing. And it seems like these boss things have a lot of like different like things that you can use to kill them. Like you don't have to just, you know, kill them one way. You can weaken them. You can do all this different stuff to kill them. And in the next shot, it's just talking about how you're not really sure what happened to the humans before or whoever was here before you, but basically stuff's about to go down between the machines and the humans that are there now. And we get the title screen. And then this last little shot, we get kind of, I'm not sure if it's like a cliffhanger, but this gigantic ass scary bird that looks very different from the machines we just saw comes flying in. And it'll be really cool to see in this game the different types of robots, because so far the ones we've seen have been very detailed and very cool, and now we get a bird one coming in. So it'll be really cool to see all the different types of machines in this game. So that was pretty much the trailer for Horizon Zero Dawn, and if you guys have never seen this game before, or you didn't see it at E3, and you saw it now and I just broke it down for you, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and it's a game that I'm really excited for, and I do believe it is a PlayStation exclusive, but it looks like a lot of fun, and graphically it's beautiful. And it's really like, I think it's going to be like rated teen, because there really wasn't that much violence in it. There wasn't like human on human violence. It was just really you fighting some machines. And I'm really looking forward to this game. I do not believe there is a release date yet. I'm not sure on that, but I do not believe there is. But if you guys have enjoyed this video, and if I shed some light onto Horizon Zero Dawn for you, feel free to drop a like. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.